she put her son as one of the main characters. Maybe 1 or 2 weeks into it, her son died.
Oh my God.
My name is Utt.
My name is Raihan.
My name is Wayne.
My name is Kyle.
And this is Tales from Incredible Tales, a show where we look back at the popular MediaCorp horror series.
It's our season finale, so there was no one else we could or would have as our guest besides Utt, host of Incredible Tales throughout its 13 years. Welcome back,
It's
Utt.
good to be back.
What?
Hi, guys.
Looking very vampy today.
How are you guys?
Yeah.
So what are you guys?
Can we get out of character now? Or we have to...
we can get out. He already out of character.
I know. Wayne ruined
Okay.
it. We
man.
actually started in character.
So Wayne, what are you?
You know, I've been told I look like all sorts of things since the start of the makeup session. so far I have been a guy with really big glasses, a raccoon, a Coldplay fan, which I don't know.
What do you think Wayne looks like?
Yeah, what do I look like?
Yeah, let's go around the table.
Yeah, that's gonna be the question for this episode. What does Wayne look like?
You look like a half-ass ghost.
Thank you.
Like not really there yet.
So I'm not quite dead.
You're interning as a hunter.
I'm interning. Okay, ghost intern. I like that.
Yeah.
I was thinking Casper, like you kind of, but not quite there. And then when I saw you from afar, I was thinking like the Michelin Man as well.
Wow.
Thanks.
Okay. I can get behind that. Michelin Man.
I'm thinking of Zorro.
Oh, wow. Macam, where's your sword,
Okay.
bro?
Well, I'm Zorro on a lazy Sunday.
He's a retired Zorro.
No, I think to be fair, I do like Kyle's suggestion the most. So if anybody asks, yes, I'm an interning ghost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, the reason why we are in makeup is because it's Halloween. The creepiest time for Angmos.
That is a good way to put it, right?
Right.
Because it's pretty much creepy all year round, but yeah, it's the creepiest time for the Western culture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, guys, what am I?
It's pretty obvious.
Are you? I thought you were yourself.
Yes.
You're Kyle with a cigarette in your ear.
Yeah.
With a bit of swag.
With a bit of swag.
Will be a swag. Walao, so I know swag lah.
No.
Without the goal.
No. You're extra swaggy today.
No, guys, I'm Ghost Abeng.
Ghost
I'm a
Abeng.
ghost gangster. Oh,
So
money, pay money.
Abeng for listeners out there, because I think we have foreign listeners
Yes,
too.
we do.
So
we
can
do.
you explain Abeng?
Abeng is basically a chef.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah. So basically, they are like hooligans,
Yes.
gangsters,
Yeah.
triads,
Unsavory folks.
unsavory folks. Not really lah.
Well, fair enough.
I don't want to get beaten up.
They're
Maybe that's my character's motivation. I got beaten up for insulting another gangster.
There you go.
Then I become gangster ghost.
Exactly.
You seem to be very straightforward, Raihan.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you just do a laugh? Like laugh right now.
Laugh?
Yeah.
Like a scary
Yeah.
laugh?
No, just laugh. Don't think.
Oh, Lawe.
Okay.
I like how,
That's pretty cool.
I like how you walawi. I'm quite sure that's his actual laugh.
No, he elevated it a little bit.
Okay, yeah.
So kind of nervous.
No, this is my most biggest fear. Being
Really?
myself.
Oh, yeah.
Like the
No,
way
I-
that
I-
your makeup is on.
Yes, because I hate clowns.
Oh, really?
I hate clowns.
Oh, wow.
And I'm dressed up as a clown. So I actually got freaked out when I look at myself in the mirror earlier on. I'm like, ooh.
Ooh, you're facing your own fears.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm scared of myself.
So, Art, what are you?
I don't know what I am. I'm like a hybrid. Thank you to our makeup artist. So
Yeah. Shout out to Beno.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Beno
job.
is our makeup artist, by the way, who
Yeah.
Love
I mean, if you're listening to the audio version, please check out the video version
Oh,
because
yes.
we put a lot of effort. In fact, everyone in this production for the past 20 episodes put in way much effort, to make us look good.
Yeah.
Yes.
We just sit here and talk.
Yeah, I think if anything, and this is like perfect segue. I think if anything, if you are not watching the video version of this episode, you really, really should.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because since it's the season finale, we had to pull out all the stops.
Yes.
We are on location for this episode
Yep.
again. But this time, we're coming to you from the 10 Courts of Hell portion of Hell's Museum. An eerie yet highly informative part of the very uniquely Singaporean theme park, Haw Par Villa.
Oh yeah, I should ask you guys.
Cool
Is-
vampire. I mean, he looks like Edward
Yeah,
Cullen.
it's something the fans have been saying in the comments with all the thirst comments. Art is a vampire. He doesn't age. He looks so good.
Yeah, so we leaned into it, I guess.
hair.
Yeah. So guys, let us know who is the best. Who has the
Oh, are
best
we
costume.
having a voting system?
Yeah, we're having a voting
Okay,
system.
so we're having a voting system. It's all about engagement now.
They will
so-
get a shout out in season 3.
Okay.
If there is a season 3,
No
they will get a
pressure.
shout out in season 3.
You will get a personal shout out from me if I'm highest on the list.
Hey, that's just.
Oh, come on,
He played you on it. He played you on it.
Okay, we can wrap up, guys.
You will get a personal shout out from Art if you can guess who's second place, because obviously you're coming in first.
Yeah. So anyway, in every episode of Tales from Incredible Tales, we explore a different theme and how it ties back to a classic Incredible Tales episode.
Now, in this episode, obviously, considering what day it is, we're talking about Halloween. This episode's location specifically was inspired by the marionettes from season 5. In many forms of traditional Thai arts, it is believed that teacher spirits exist. These spirits watch over the performers and give them guidance and power during their performances. Some might say the performers are channeling these spirits while on stage. But show disrespect to these teachers, and there will be hell to pay.
Hell.
Well, you know, I think we purposely planned it that way.
Yeah. Let's take a look.
Can I just say, I'm glad we picked this clip specifically just to see Raihan's reaction.
He got annoyed. He was like, oh my God, guys.
I wanted to see more.
I know,
I mean,
right?
there's like so much suspense in that, that clip.
Yeah.
I don't know if it has to do with the fact that we're on location as well. So everything just, everything seems to fit perfectly.
Yeah.
It's a little bit heightened today.
Yeah, it's heightened.
Very,
Everything
very
feels
heightened, actually.
Yeah.
Exactly. So the question is, how does it feel to be here on Halloween?
It feels like being home.
Whoa.
It's nice.
I mean, I think it helps that we are probably the very first podcast in the world to shoot here in this
Yeah.
location. Because this location is called the 10 Courts of Hell. It's basically showing, the Chinese mythology, what would happen if you commit sins, and it's quite gruesome lah. And
Yeah.
as kids, the Asian parents will bring us here to traumatize us. So if you lie, you end up like this. You steal, you end up like this in hell lah.
Yeah.
So it's a fitting location. I agree. I feel that it's quite welcoming.
Yeah.
I think it helps that we're not just like, whoa, let's come here. There's a lot of paperwork, a lot of things involved to get permission, as well as from the spiritual realm. So we did our dues. So we prayed, we did ask for permission. So I guess they're like, okay, you guys can film here.
Now, half of the table, Wayne, is like welcoming. So what about us now, Wayne?
I'm sorry, Raihan. I'm with them on this one. It's purely because, like Kyle said, our parents bring us here when we were kids. And I came here as a kid and I was just thoroughly fat. I didn't have the context for it. So all I thought was, gruesome statues. And that was my context for me. And coming in here, it just very weirdly enough reminds me of my childhood. So it is kind of welcoming. I've been here on and off since I was a kid, and sometimes I come here to write, sometimes I come here just to hang out. Not this area specifically, but just the park itself.
Because this is an actual park.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because so like where we are right now, we're like inside the portion where you see the stories, but
Yeah.
outside it's like a whole park.
Yeah.
And there are sections where you can actually just rest and take
Yeah.
it easy. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to ask, Raihan, what about you? Because you mentioned before we started rolling, this is your first time here.
Yeah,
right?
yes. Okay, so this is my first time here.
Oh, wow.
I've never been here before. I've heard of it, but I've never been here physically. So, I mean, now that we're not, we're here nighttime and coming here and having to see all this. And so clown is not my only fear. Dolls are also my second fear.
Oh my God.
So watching that clip, hanging doll, that's why I freaked out. And then having to see graphics statues around. So it kind of like makes me a bit more on edge. Yeah. So, but I'm good. I'm surviving here.
It's fine. You're with
I mean, there's a
us.
lot of things to like help calm the nerves here.
Yeah.
I mean, have you see what's like hanging on the tree up there?
Oh,
Yeah, I figured you wouldn't be able to see that.
yeah, I didn't see that.
I like how hard it's like
Yeah, I
pointing.
didn't see
You see the bridge?
All I,
It's just right behind me, bro.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, so for the audio listeners, there's a tree branch with hanging corpse, and then there's a bridge with decapitated heads.
Yeah.
Very nice.
No, but I was just got to add on because in Islamic beliefs, we have all this. It's just that this is physically in front of my eyes and learning what I've learned as a child and now to see it in real graphic terms. Wow.
Like joking aside and amusement aside, it is a lot to the senses
Yeah.
if you're
Yeah.
not used to it.
Yeah.
So it's like it's totally understandable how this is like a lot.
Yes.
Because it's like you can hear a lot and be taught a lot.
Yes.
But to actually see it and then be here at night.
Yes.
So it's okay. You got us. three,
Yes.
And you got the whole crew too.
Yeah.
So we're good. You're not the one sitting on the edge,
Oh,
It's just the two of us sitting on the edge. We protect
No,
you,
I was just I wanted to mention to Wayne because usually in the studio you will see,
Yeah.
cards
So don't
there.
have, right?
Yeah.
No, but this one is hey.
Now instead of in the corner, it's all around you.
Oh.
My own personal experience is the fact that I grew up in a temple, and then one main temple in the U.S. And then having lived in Thailand for more than half of my life, it's like temples are all around me. It's like part of the culture. So a lot of the temples have the drawings and have the stories.
I mean, going back to the episode, guys, so it's quite related. We chose it for a specific reason. Basically, the guy who is doing some like performance, right,
Yeah.
with dolls, he was disrespectful to the dolls. He was disrespectful to his teacher, and then the whole dolls started to haunt him lah. So the dolls like, there is a saying lah, like they like to enter into statues, dolls, and things that are not used, but they look like human.
Yeah.
They could look like human with a face. So that is the crux of the story lah. Like you shouldn't disrespect objects that are kinda related to the supernatural as well as the deities and stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
But sometimes you can accidentally be disrespectful
Yeah, of
without
course.
knowing it.
Yes.
I think it's especially like with children because they don't know. So sometimes like if you bring children and they do something accidentally, it's
Yeah.
not their fault, but
Yeah.
they just don't know any better. So
That's
you have that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of times they put there's emphasis on quote unquote these artistry have teachers. And therefore you respect the teachers of these artistry. Whether it's like I say, if it's a traditional Thai dance and you have like the what they call is the cone that you put
Right.
the
Kind of like a crown, right?
the mask,
headdress,
yeah,
yes.
the head, yeah, or something like the puppets,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the fact that there's a respect given to the objects as a teacher, then there is energy that's put into those objects. So there's a high respect for these objects that you use. Like for me, like personally, if I would share like something personal to me, it's like I used to play the Sa'u. I don't know what it's. I think it's similar to called the
The Erhu.
The Erhu, yeah. So my teacher taught me to respect my instrument. My instrument is sort of my teacher. Because it's my teacher, basically, it's as if it has life too.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like the point there because I mean, whatever you're learning or trying to understand, whether it's a teacher-student relationship or whether it's an object, you've got to respect the item or the person teaching because I think that's where you have this. You build this, I would say, a rapport.
Yeah.
Even though it may not be a living object,
Yeah.
but I guess it's to respect it as something that you owe it up to, because you're learning something, right? You need to gain the knowledge from it.
Yeah. It sounds like there's a certain level of spirituality when it comes to these arts. Does that translate to, especially from Thailand, does that translate to all the different kinds of arts, or is it more?
Yeah, I would say it's across the board when it comes to the arts that I've been exposed to in Thailand. Everything goes back to the source of being a teacher for you, whether it's like the clothes, the traditional clothes you wear, or like the objects that you use. You have it like I think a very good example is looking at Muay Thai. You know how there's the traditional ritual of respect in the beginning. You would see it quite often.
Yeah.
You would hear the music and the way they would do like the little dance in the beginning to pay respects. So that's an example because it's a form of respecting the arts. Because Muay Thai is rich in history with the fact that it was a form of fighting when you would have to go out to battle. But then it has since progressed through the times and generations to become like kickboxing. Yeah. But it has a different story and foundation to it.
Yeah. I remember like going to Thailand, right, for massage. And I noticed that the masseuse, they will put a garland right underneath the massage table.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's for the spirits.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Thai people, we are a spiritual bunch, very spiritual bunch.
Yeah, I find it interesting what Kyle was saying because like a lot of the traditional masseuse, like the old school masseuse, what they'll do is like after they give you a massage, they'll put their hands together as a form of respect. But it's interesting because it's more deep rooted. Yeah. But if you're a Westerner or a foreigner who's not used to it, you're like, oh, okay, this is cute. They put their hands together for you. But it's more deep rooted where it's like it's an art of giving you a massage. Yeah. And it's respecting what they're doing.
Agree.
Yeah.
Agree.
Yes.
Agree.
Wow.
And this is I don't think this is spoken. Not a lot of people talk about this. So this is actually a very good point to point out. And
I saw it and I was like, actually this is new for me.
That's beautiful because a lot of people, like they think to themselves when they think art, it's a certain thing. You're either an actor or a singer, but to find the art for Muay Thai combat, to find the art in massage, to find the art in there's that element of art and spirituality on it. That's actually beautiful.
Yeah, I think it's extremely beautiful. I also think it's a shame that like through times and everything, it's kind of slowly diminishing from like the source of what it really is. On both sides, on both like the service side and then both like the people who are taking the service.
And the fact that we are here, in Haw Par Villa, right? Actually, I heard that when we were doing the prayers before we started production, there's a small temple that we did that, and that temple was actually like established by the performers that used to perform in Haw Par Villa because Haw Par Villa has other attractions in the past which have since shut down. So they have like an amphitheater where people would perform, and before they perform every night, they will pray at the temple, the small little temple that they have built for the surrounding spirits as well as like the deities for protection so that everything goes smooth. So I would say like in Asian culture, it's not, it's safe to say that we are actually very spiritual. Yeah. Yeah. And it's all about respect, respecting the things. Yeah.
It's Halloween today, right? So, Art, you spent some time growing up in America where Halloween is celebrated. So with roots in Southeast Asia, was it strange for you to be part of a festival steeped in Western supernatural while also being aware of the supernatural from Thailand?
It wasn't strange for me because I was so westernized. I wasn't exposed to the Asian side of my culture until like later in life. Ooh. So like growing up in a Western culture and thinking in a very Western way, I didn't have the other side of it. I saw things from a very Western point of view. So basically Halloween for me, like most kids or most people in the US, it's just you dress up, you celebrate, you kind of don't know why, you don't know what's the source of like Halloween, but you just get free candy. So basically, you dress up once a year and you're just trying to get as much as you can. So that was my perspective on things and Halloween. So you look forward to Halloween. You look forward to going to as many houses as you can with your friends and everything. But things change through the years because, now it doesn't really exist. I didn't have the experience of understanding the Asian side of things to kind of merge that in being confused about what was going on with Halloween. Yeah. But after coming here to Asia and then starting to understand more about the spirit world, the energies and everything, do I see Halloween differently? Yes and no. I mean, Halloween is not it's not Asian based.
Yeah.
And then everything in Asia now, everything's kind of merged. So, Halloween is now celebrated in this side of the world, just like Christmas and all the other holidays, which wasn't the case when I first moved over. Yeah. People were quite, they didn't know what Halloween was or Christmas was when I first came down to Asia, and now the whole world knows.
Yeah.
Yeah, because social media, everyone's dressing up and everything.
Yeah. I have to ask.
Yeah.
Do you remember what you dressed up as a kid? And which one was your favorite?
Oh gosh. I think I dressed up as Chucky.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah. That was fun.
Did you choose to dress up as Chucky or did
Chucky chose me.
No,
yeah, Chucky chose me. So I ran around
I would give you candies.
I give him more candy just so that he leave.
Right?
Yeah. If I had a kid come up to my house dressed up as Chucky, I'd be like, take whatever you want.
Hell no.
Yeah,
Bye.
Yeah.
So for me, right, Halloween is a little bit weird because I grew up in Singapore.
Yeah.
So there was a period when I was still studying, then we were all getting into Halloween. And I remember dressing up as a vampire and taking the train.
Here in Singapore.
Yeah, and this was 2014.
Oh.
And people were like, this boy xiao this boy. That was 10 years ago. This boy xiao They just gave me, so me and my girlfriend were like holding hands and she was like a ghost bride or something. Then I was like a vampire. And people were just giving us like weird looks. But now if you do it, I think it's quite common to see people in like costumes, but back then a bit weird.
I think more often than not here, especially around the clubs and the bars, if you see people in costumes on Halloween, that's kind of accepted at this point.
Yeah.
If anything, if you're not wearing a costume on Halloween weekend, you're the weird one out now.
Yeah, imagine me with this eating laksa.
Well, today's a perfect day, so Halloween, so you'll fit in.
Nobody said you have to take out your makeup after the session's done, so
That's
you
true.
can just go and then people like start filming you.
Yeah.
Do you feel that there's some level of supernatural involved when you dress up in a costume, whether for performance or just for candy?
If it's not related to Halloween, I do feel that. I feel like for me, in terms of like the other side of like of being an artist in acting, when I'm put in certain characters and roles, I feel there's the element of that. Like I've been in period pieces in Thailand. So like the period pieces are a bit more sensitive in the sense that we're touching on, I mean, it's fiction, but then we're touching on like a bit of history, a place in a time. So like stepping into those roles, I do feel there's a spiritual element to it. This subject is quite fresh. One of my really I call him my brother. But he's a much younger friend. But I call him my brother because I've known him since he was very young. And his mother is a novelist. His mother is a very good novelist who wrote the screenplay for a TV drama I played in. And this is probably like maybe 20 some years ago. The story behind this is that the story is about more or less about the history of their family. So there's many layers, and the layers of the family story is there's a lot of curse, and it's like very, very deep rooted, very layered, very intricate. It's so well written. It's like one of those when you talk amongst your friends or you hear something, it's like it's so good it can't be written. But the thing is, she wrote it. So she wrote this. And it was turned into a TV series, and they had started production. Now, one of the key characters in this story is her son. She put her son as one of the main characters. Maybe 1 or 2 weeks into it, her son died.
Oh my God.
So his name was Tam Tonik. So he died right at the start of the production. And then they needed someone to fill in for him. So I filled in for him. Oh my God. So out of respect, I had met with Man Noi. Her name is I call her Man, his mom, and Noi is like her nickname. So I went to pay respects to her and the family, and that's how I got to know Sin, like who I consider like my little bro, because I'm like about the same age as his brother. And then we've just been very close since. I do believe that you need to respect what you're walking into in any form that it comes through. And I just recently went to the temple, which is very strange because I passed you a croûte to actually pay respects to the novelist and her son recently, because I think a lot of things have become like full circle for me lately. So one of the things is having been in that particular TV series that to this day is still really talked about, because like the intricacies of the stories is just like, it's very beautiful, but it's very tragic and beautiful, and how real life actually imitates that.
That's poetic. It's like I always say, right? Like horror creators are not made. We are chosen. So the fact that we are sitting here right now, right, means that it has already been decided, that it's fated that, the four of us will talk about ghost stories and, supernatural stuff in this space. And I mean, I've asked like spiritual masters, they say like, sometimes the spirits just wants you to, talk about them and they choose you. So then you will make it happen. So you don't need to worry too much. So that's why, we feel welcoming. We feel that it's welcoming because everything we have done so far is respectful. And of course, back to your story, it is about being sensitive and being respectful to the role that you play.
I mean, for myself, in Islamic terms, we do believe that everything is fated. Everything that we say and whatever we do is all kind of predestined. So, I mean, you speaking about it now, it's like coming in full circle.
Remember, like as in season 1 when we said that let's do the cemetery episode, and then we did it, right? We lived through it. We survived the cemetery episode, and surprise, surprise, we got another on-location episode for you, which is at Haw Par Villa. So I think it's really full circle. So let's manifest season 3 maybe.
Wow. So this question is for everyone. If you could dress up as anything for Halloween, what would it be?
Well, not a ghost intern, that's for sure.
I mean, I've done ghost arbing, right?
You have done ghost arbing.
This is like my bucket list. Thank you guys for letting me do this ghost arbing. By the way, please vote for me. I know he brand, but please vote for me. But Asian Jim from The Office.
Ooh.
Probably
Captain America.
Harry Potter.
Well, you should have the body for it.
I can see it.
No, I mean, he's a cool character, right? So I just want to try on that suit. Just like stand in front of the mirror with the shield.
Wow,
or Harry Potter with the broom.
Really?
Yeah. I I mean, I love Harry Potter. I grew up watching Harry Potter. But I forgot to say, because since we're in Halloween, right, and I'm actually dressed up as It, Pennywise, and I totally hate that show. I got
You float too.
Ew! I just watched. I didn't watch the movie, by the way, guys, but I saw a short reel on that clown coming out from the drain, and I got nightmares.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm looking at myself. But
Conquering.
Beno, thank you. This is great.
Yeah, character growth.
Character growth.
My previous answer would have been Spider-Man, but I do not have the body for Spider-Man. So Terminator.
okay,
I don't have the body for Terminator either.
Exactly,
But I
just
can
do
hide
it.
it. I can hide it with the leather
Just do
jacket.
it, bro. Just do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you make the voice?
I'll be back.
Oh,
I assume you went Terminator, not Spider-Man.
I really don't have any character that I would want to dress up as. I think it's because of having dressed in so many different characters throughout my career. I've been so fortunate. I mean, I've had full makeup gear as the Crow. I've had, I was gonna say Gambit, but then I just remember I've been dressed like Gambit before.
Wow.
So I'm like, yeah, I don't think there's any characters that I could think of, but I need help. So everyone who's like listening right now or watching right now, if there's like a particular character that you find that would fit me, please like
You gotta
send that
flood the
over.
comments, man.
Hey, hang on.
yeah.
When did you dress up as Gambit?
I did it for a fashion shoot, but it's not like full Gambit,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I mean, it looks like Gambit.
Yeah.
gosh, I can imagine.
Gambit is my favorite X-Men.
Same here.
I could see the light just going.
Yeah, like I mean, like
It's my favorite.
I would. I mean, it's interesting because I'm like, oh, me and Kyle, we have like a lot more in common because I'm a huge John Krasinski fan as well, and I'm now going back in his like
Older
stuff, yeah, like The Office. Keanu, he's you know.
Yeah.
He's legendary for me.
Yeah.
And Gambit.
Yeah, Gambit. Oh my god.
Once again, a great episode, but I think Raihan, I was going to say I cannot wait to get out of here, but I think Raihan probably cannot wait to get out of here at this point. Kyle, let's start wrapping things up with our morbid fact of the day, please.
So some of you might know, right, that actually Halloween takes a lot of its tradition from the Gaelic festival Samhain, which is why the fear of Halloween is called Samhainophobia. Sounds like a made-up word, but
It does. It really does.
actually it's very hard to find people scared of Halloween.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, Halloween the movie, yes, but
Isn't that just being an introvert?
maybe
Right? Parties, lots of parties.
Maybe it's
people
kind of-
getting drunk.
maybe it's tied to the idea of being scared of costumes.
I'm not sure if it's the same of what I've read, but it actually is quite dark. The
Yeah.
festival.
Yes.
It's like you have like sacrifices and rituals. So
Yeah.
it's like if you really go deeper into the fact that it came from that festival is not what we know of today.
Yeah.
It has a very dark
Meaning. Yeah.
So okay, so it's the same. So like I would say if it was true to what it was, then there would be a huge fear of Halloween.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
Because like even the origins of it as well, like you're saying, it's a very tough fest. If I remember correctly, it's to mark the start of winter, which means that you are literally marking the start of the darkest period of the
Yeah.
year. So it's If you're afraid of the dark, then yes, let's not even go into like all the
I like the fact that we ended with what we would want to dress as, and it's interesting how we went into just characters that were more fun.
Yeah.
It was more light because I think that's what Halloween has become. It's just something more light and fun and celebratory, and not anything of coming from an Eastern background. It's not mocking. Yeah.
Exactly. Because I think the reason why we all went for something more fun is if we were to dress as something a little bit more supernatural for something as lighthearted as Halloween.
It's true, but I also kind of want to like dress up as a 僵尸 because I watched the movies, then I want to jump. I mean, I watched the movies growing up.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we talked about it in another episode. Like it's kind of like
Yeah.
not really a real thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. You know what I mean, right?
Yeah.
So
that one
you
gets
can
into
kind of
the
like urban legend it.
Yeah.
So
You kind
I'm
of
still
urban
I'm
legend
still
it.
safe.
Yeah.
So actually I guess that's why people are okay with vampires. People are okay with dressing up as vampires. Because you can kind of debunk it. Oh, a man turns into a bat and flies away. Ha ha ha.
It would be great at this point, Art, if you just turn into a bat and flew away. That would be wonderful. And then we just end the episode on that.
He's like, bat.
Did you think this was just makeup?
So thank you once again, Art, for joining us throughout the whole entire season. It's been really great.
Yeah.
It goes by so fast each and every season because we have so many stories to share.
Yeah. I think we still have more.
And it's become like a lot of the people who are listening to our podcast or watching, they say it's like listening to friends, but that's how it feels each time we come together. Kind of like catching up at our houses and just like sharing stories.
Friends with that little bit of education as well, because I always learn something new from each episode as well.
Absolutely. Different perspective, news perspective, and and new experience.
Yeah. They're very nervous. They are scan.
Look at how far you've come, Raihan. This is true character progress.
That is true. Thank you guys. Thank you.
Thank you for gracing our show.
Yeah.
Thank you also to Haw Par Villa and Journeys Private Limited for the perfect setting for this episode. And thank you to all of you for tuning in to Tales from Incredible Tales Season 2. Every episode from this season and the previous season is now available on MeWatch, MeListen, YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts.
My name is Utt.
My name is Wayne.
My name is Kyle.
And my name is Raihan. And we will see you next time.